Look, I'm going to say something that might make you uncomfortable. After nearly 2 decades in practice, I can tell you this. Most of you are making the same mistake with your hands in the bedroom, and it's costing you intimacy, connection, and yeah, her satisfaction too. But here's what nobody talks about. It's not your fault. Nobody ever sat you down and explained how this actually works until now. Before we go any further, do me a favor. Hit that subscribe button right now, smash the like, and drop me a comment telling me where you're tuning in from. I love seeing men from all corners of the globe taking their intimate lives seriously. All right, you back? Good, let's talk. I'm Dr. Amara, and I've been practicing as a urologist for over 20 years, specializing in sexual health and intimate wellness. I've sat across from men in their 60s, 70s, even 80s, who thought their best days were behind them, men who felt invisible to their partners, men who'd given up. And you know what I learned? The problem was never age, it was information, or rather, the lack of it. Here's something that'll probably surprise you. Research shows us that roughly 75% of women don't reach climax from penetration alone, 3 out of 4. So if you've been relying solely on what happens during intercourse, you're missing the entire picture. Your fingers, they're the secret weapon you've been ignoring. They can curve, they can adjust, they can read her responses in real time. They're precise in ways nothing else can match. But, and this is crucial, only if you know what you're actually doing. I started this channel for one reason. I was tired of watching good men struggle in silence. Tired of seeing marriages lose their spark because nobody wanted to have the uncomfortable conversations. This isn't about performance anxiety or chasing some Hollywood fantasy. This is about genuine connection, about giving your partner the kind of attention and care that makes her feel truly seen. So today, I'm breaking down 5 specific approaches. Not just moves, but complete strategies that combine physical technique with emotional intelligence. Because, gentlemen, great intimacy lives right there at that intersection. Let's dive in. Slow down, like your life depends on it. Because her pleasure does. I'll tell you something. Most men treat the beginning like a race. Wrong approach entirely. Here's what's actually happening biologically. When a woman becomes aroused, blood flow gradually increases to the entire pelvic region. This doesn't happen instantly. It's a process that takes time, genuine, unrushed time. Emotionally, when you slow down, you're sending a message. I'm here, I'm present, you're worth my patience. That message, it's more powerful than any technique. Practically speaking, start away from the main target. Her neck, her shoulders, the inside of her arms, her lower back, her thighs. Let your hands wander without urgency. Build that anticipation until she's practically pulling you where she wants you. That patience multiplies everything that comes after. Rush this step, and nothing else I tell you today will work the way it should. Light touch wins every single time. Here's where so many men go wrong. They go in with too much pressure, too much speed, too much everything. Listen to this. The clitoris contains approximately 8,000 nerve endings. That's literally twice the number found in the entire penis. Twice. Biologically speaking, overwhelming those nerves with intense pressure right away, it's like staring into a spotlight. It doesn't feel good, it feels jarring. The body tenses up, shuts down, goes into protection mode. Emotionally, she needs to feel safe enough to surrender to the sensation, and surrender only happens when comfort comes first. Practically, think featherlight at the start. Trace around, not directly on. Circle the hood, not the exposed tip, tease the edges. Build gradually from barely there to, oh yes, right there. Gentle precision beats aggressive force every day of the week. Find the rhythm, then lock it in. You know what I hear constantly in my practice? I tried everything, doc, and nothing worked. Here's the thing. Everything is the problem. Let me explain. Biologically, the female nervous system builds toward climax through consistent, repeatable stimulation. When you keep changing what you're doing, you're essentially resetting her progress back to zero over and over. Emotionally, consistency creates trust. She can relax into the sensation when she knows you're not going to suddenly switch things up on her practically, and this is gold. Once you find something that makes her breathing change, her hips move differently, her body respond, stay right there. Same rhythm, same pressure, same motion. If she says, don't stop, or right there, that's not a suggestion. That's an instruction. Freeze the pattern and ride it all the way through the biggest mistake. Thinking you need to be creative? You don't. You need to be consistent. Internal touch requires permission and patience. Common myth. If she's physically ready, you can go inside. Not quite how it works. Lubrication shows arousal, sure, but the pelvic floor muscles might still be tense. Tension means discomfort, and discomfort kills pleasure stone dead. Biologically, those muscles need time to relax fully. Pushing past resistance creates micro-trauma and breaks trust emotionally. Asking permission, even in the heat of the moment, shows respect. It makes her feel safe. Safety is the foundation of everything. Practically, here's what works. Use lubricant, even if she seems ready. Start with just one finger. Pause right at the entrance. Give those muscles time to release. Then, once you're inside, use gentle curved motions toward the front wall. Many women feel the most intense sensations there. And here's what most men miss. It's not about in and out repetition. It's about angle. It's about pressure. It's about watching how she responds and adjusting accordingly. Your fingers are tools for discovery, not jackhammers. Connection trumps technique, always. I know, I'm a doctor. I've given you biological explanations, nerve counts, specific methods, but let me tell you the deepest truth I've learned in 20 years of practice. A woman experiences the most pleasure when she feels safe, cherished, and unhurried. Biologically, stress hormones, cortisol, adrenaline, they literally constrict blood flow to the sexual organs. When she feels rushed or pressured, her body physically resists arousal. It's not a choice, it's physiology. Emotionally, when she feels truly seen and valued, her brain releases oxytocin. That bonding hormone deepens intimacy and amplifies physical sensation. Practically, talk to her, not just during, but before and especially after. Hold her, make eye contact, tell her what you appreciate about her. After she climaxes, don't immediately move on to the next thing or roll over and check your phone. Stay present. Stroke her hair, hold her close, let her breathe. That aftercare cements emotional safety for the next time and the time after that. The technical skills matter, absolutely. But without emotional connection, they're empty. So how do you actually put all this together? Let me give you a roadmap. Start with at least 15 minutes of non-genital touch. Yes, 15. Build anticipation slowly. Always use lubricant. I don't care how ready she seems. Lubrication prevents irritation and enhances sensation. Keep it nearby. Watch her body language more than you listen to your own assumptions. Her breathing pattern, the way her hips move, the sounds she makes, those are your real-time feedback. Pay attention. Once you find the right rhythm, commit to it. Consistency is your best friend. End with connection. Stay with her after. That's when trust deepens and intimacy truly solidifies. Now look, if you're sitting here thinking, I've been approaching this all wrong for decades, take a breath. You're not alone. Most men were never taught any of this. Nobody talks about it openly. Society expects you to just figure it out, and that's not fair. But here's the beautiful part. It's never too late. In fact, I'll tell you something most people won't. Men in their 60s and 70s often become the most attentive, skilled lovers. Why? Because you have patience now. You have wisdom. You're not rushing through life trying to prove anything anymore. You can be present in a way younger men simply can't. Your age isn't holding you back. Your knowledge was. And now you have the knowledge. Gentlemen, your hands aren't just body parts. They're instruments of intimacy. When you learn to use them with patience, precision, and care, you unlock a depth of connection that keeps love alive for decades. Age doesn't end your passion. It refines it. Small shifts, practiced consistently, can restore your confidence, your closeness, and your sense of purpose in your relationship. Don't settle for going through the motions. Learn, grow, and show her the kind of love that makes her feel treasured. If this resonated with you, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and share this with a brother who could use real, respectful guidance. Drop a comment below. Where are you watching from, and what topic should I tackle next? I'm Dr. Amara, and remember, your age doesn't limit your intimacy. Your willingness to learn does. Stay curious, stay connected, and I'll see you in the next one.